Decluttering doesn't have to be chaotic and overwhelming. It doesn't have to turn my house into a disaster zone. Well, according to Dana K. White, in Decluttering at the Speed of Life, it does not. And I'm here to put her method to the test. And this is for real, folks, because I only have about 25 minutes to do this in. I didn't plan this. I've been thinking about this video for a while. I have been planning the video, and I had an appointment, and I was going to get it done, and something kind of like stopped me for a little while. I couldn't go at the time that I wanted to go, and now it's here, and I really can't clean this up after the appointment, and so that's all I've got, folks. So let's try this. I have my box. I have my garbage bag. Let's see if I can clean this up, this whole surface, in like 20 minutes without making everything a disaster zone. I'll explain to you a little bit about the book and tell you her method and find out if it works while I'm doing it. I've seen her do this on one of her YouTube videos. So she says that the first thing that we need to do when confronted with a cluttered space is to pick out the trash. And don't dig. I'm not supposed to dig. Just find the trash. Then I have to find like, oh yeah, of course that's clutter. And do the easy stuff that she calls procrastinator. I'll talk about that. So, let's find this trash. I made a cute little gift wrapping out of that. That's trash. Oh yeah, I'll make that trash. Oh, that's too hard. That's too hard. What else? Oh, trash. Ooh, almost poked my eye out. Dusty scrunchy. Trash. You guys count with me too, okay? I don't know how much I'm doing here. I'm not supposed to dig, so like, what's the trash on? Oh, this is trash. Piece of string. Oh, toothbrush head. Wow. Tag. And I guess that, yeah, I mean, like, I'm pulling stuff out, but I'm not digging. A scrunchie dropped. I don't want it to. Trash. I need two cameras. I need to show you this whole mess. Just a second. Okay, whole mess. Let's get in close. If you've been watching my channel, you may have seen this dresser in my bedroom before. You may have seen me walk past it many times or even make it worse. I did one time take a couple things off, but I don't know if that was on camera. All right, this is obvious. Oh dear. This is obviously trash, but I just pulled out some things that were not trash. So, huh. Oh, weird rock. Okay, I think, like, am I not supposed to? Oh, here's some trash. I'm not supposed to dig. But, you know, I don't know. That's really hard not to dig. Alright, so the first thing is the trash. And the whole idea of this is that I'm really not, I'm just going to pull this out. Yeah. Supposed to make a mess anywhere else. That's her idea, is that we can declutter without pulling everything out. And this is some stuff I got that didn't work. And making a mess. I really wish that I had kind of thought about this or known about this when I decluttered my bathroom a couple weeks ago. And oh, what a mess! What a glorious mess! Whew. Okay. And when I decluttered my laundry room a few days ago. Lots of tags. All right, so after the trash, and that's the easy stuff, I am supposed to look at this and do the easy stuff, which is things that I know, like exactly where they need to go. There goes the sirens. My dogs are in here with me. Sputnik, hush. Persephone, hush. Good. Okay, so back to this. The easy stuff. The stuff where I know exactly where it goes. And this is another key point in our method. I don't set it aside in a pile to put away some other time. I have to go and take it there right now. Right now. I drop my garbage bag or my donate box if I have it and take it there right now. Okay. Well, I know exactly where this goes. Here's some socks. I need to, oh my goodness. Okay. I know where this goes. And these. And I saw that this, the same thing as this. And these, they go in our travel stuff. And this goes in my craft room. I'm going to try to do this all in one go. Be right back. Oh, dropped it. And sorry about the sound. I forgot to turn my microphone on. There you go. Should be better now. I put it by my travel bag so that, you know, even if it's my makeup bag, oh, this goes there too. And this goes downstairs too. Okay. All right. I'm not supposed to travel bag. Oh, travel bag. Anything else to go there? Oh, that goes with that too. Okay. Like, that is kind of a key part of this. I'm not supposed to dig. All right, I'm going to take care of these socks right now. I'm going to put him with all of my other socks. Is that legal? I don't know. The socks that I still have to, like, I almost went through them. And I think if I had been reading these books before I did my mountain of socks, I might have gotten rid of a lot more of them and not even had that there, but I didn't. All right. Travel. Office. What is this? I know where this goes. Travel. Our dogs have plenty of toys. Like, oh, maybe we can use that some more, but we can't. And I think I'm uncovering more trash here. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I know. This is just like, wow. Okay, trash. Yeah, this is trash. This is trash. Not digging, not digging. What did this go to? A while ago, I was like, oh, I guess I threw that away. And then I was like, oh, I didn't. And then I was like, all right, throwing it away. Junky stuff, so much. Wow. Okay, I have here Christmas things from not 2024, but 2023. And also, like, things I wanted to put in, like, a scrapbook. That's here. And, okay. Whoa, all right. Scrapbook. Oh, here's more of my scrapbook stuff. Oh, these are cool. Okay. Yeah. Some cards are worth keeping and some cards are not. This is a little harder. All right, now I'm getting into this stuff. There's another thing she has that she calls procrasticlutter, and I would like to show you a big, huge piece of procrasticlutter right now. Do you see this? Let's move this out of the way. This is sitting on our dressers. We have something so it won't slide off, but yeah. That's like the biggest piece of procrasticlutter I've ever seen. Okay, still going. I picked this up and she didn't say, oh, don't put it down, or it doesn't belong if you don't pick it up, but I feel like that. So I have this. And let me put it down because I feel like I'm at a few things that are like, duh, clutter. And that is one of her steps. Donate. This is not quite duh, but I've been thinking about this. I kept it. And I don't think I'm ever going to use it the way I thought I would. Oh, I know exactly where you belong. And I know where you belong. And I know where you belong, and I know where you belong. Be right back. No, you belong with my travel stuff. This kind of travel stuff. Okay. Know where you belong. I know where you belong. I know where you belong. This belongs here. I'm creating a pile of like the exact same kind of thing here because I'm going to take it there like very soon. I just feel like it's silly to. This goes. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, so many things in my hand. Oh, am I going downstairs? Yeah, I'm going downstairs. Garbage. Oh, no. This does not go in the garbage. All right, let's take this stuff where it belongs right now. Be right back. Okay. Let's see. What's in here? Oh, a lot of things. Oh. This is a whole thing unto itself. And it actually, I think, goes with my jewelry decluttering project which I have right here. I will declutter my jewelry sometime soon. Books. Notebooks. Get to that. That's too hard. So I know where my books and my notebooks go, and I know where this goes. I had a cool idea for this, but getting rid of it. This is really hard. This is just this beautiful piece of origami that my daughter once did. It's beautiful, it's huge, but it doesn't, I did it as an adult. But it doesn't fit anywhere. It never, you know, and I don't have a place for it anymore. So I'm grateful though that she did it. It was so cool. Oh, that is, it's like a box. And anyway, I digress because I'm having a hard time letting this go. But I really think that this goes in the trash. It's really not donatable. So all right, this goes in the craft room, and this goes so does this full of cool. Let's see. Yep. All right. I'm going to ask someone about these. You know why this bag is black? So people can't see what I've just thrown away and said, oh, I tried to make a bunch of earrings. They didn't work very well. And yeah, this is broken. So I might try again in a different way. Oh, that was fun to do, but it didn't work very well. And rather than try to repair these, make some new ones, right? I know it's silly. Ponytail. Hairpins. Everything. Okay. I've run out of time. In fact, I way overspent my time. I got distracted with the cleaning, and I have to go this second. I see things I could do right now. I'm looking at them. Oh, but I really have to go. So I will have to start recording this again in a few hours, and you won't even notice a difference. It definitely was a few hours later. But here I am back to this. It demonstrates exactly one of Dana's big principles, is that you're probably going to get distracted. And since you're probably going to get distracted, you'll have to leave this mess. And so instead of leaving a disaster that's waiting to still be fixed, all you've done is left this a little bit better. And if you always leave whatever decluttering project you're looking on a little bit better and not a disaster zone, like when I did my bathroom and my laundry room and my closet and all of those other things, then it will feel like more work's getting done, and it won't put as much of a snag in your everyday living. And I think that's very useful. Let's get on with this little project here. And so what I've got here, a very useful device, and yes, it's a little key ring that we need for Vladimir. I know exactly where I would look for it now if I went to look for it. In his drawer. Oh, this is a funny thing. I'll just go put this back outside. It looks like Utah. It's not really, but it kind of looks like Utah. And so I picked up this rock. Oh my goodness, I'll just put it back outside. Right now. Yeah, right now. Since that brings me downstairs, is there anything else? I need to take this downstairs. And I think, and this downstairs. Oh, I'm back. And the dogs came with me. All right. Trash. 5 embroidery needles. I have 1 needle in here. I have so many needles though. I don't need it. Trash. Trash. Yeah. So it's like this wave. Yeah, you uncover something, you go through the steps. Uncover something, go through the steps. Trash. Okay. You got my trash bag. Oh, you know, I have way better makeup brushes. I have 100 of these. Trash, trash, trash. Okay. A really cool bookmark, handmade by my uncle. That goes with books. It's like not a cheap bookmark, a nice bookmark. And since it is so special, I'm putting in here, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. Coins, coins, coins. Oh, so yeah. I honestly don't know what this is, and I honestly feel like it's not mine. In a lot of ways, there's a lot of nice things about it. Like, useful. There's the 2 decluttering questions. Do I know exactly where I'd look for it? Let me read those questions. I wrote them down. If I needed this item, where would I look for it first? If I needed this item, would it ever occur to me that I had one? Actually, yes, it would occur to me that I had this, and I would look for it in the junk drawer. But first I'll ask Vladimir what it is. I'm sorry, Dana, I'm like, it's hard. What is it? I will ask. And this right here. Now, I see something over on the other drawer that goes in the same room. I'm putting the coins in the pocket. I'm going to ask Vladimir about this. And this is a fun pin that I got from an academic conference. And I don't need it anymore, so I'm throwing this pin away. I have been wondering about this one so much. It may even have been my grandparents. Actually wondering about it so much that I might even put one of my plants in it. Because I have plants on my windowsill, and isn't this cuter than what they're in? Down by my plants this goes, and this, and this, and my scissors, and my tape go in the craft room. Take them there now. Do I have too much? Was that a pile? Sorry, I accidentally turned the camera off. That was an interesting exercise, especially with that little planter, because it's been kicking around and I used it in a little bit of a decor here, and I've changed the idea in this room, but it's still in this room. And wait a minute, I have some plants, and I have a daughter who loves to grow plants. And where does it go? Buy all the plants, of course. And I'll get a pretty plant that will fit it exactly. Okay, we've got almost all this done except for this. And this. All right, let's look at these. Maps and map making. Once upon a time, I spent a lot of time figuring out a world for a novel I was going to write. And I'm not going to write that novel. It's a long story, but I stopped doing fiction writing. Doesn't mean that I will stop it forever, but this is still kind of a very good piece of history for me. And this is my scripture study stuff. Okay. These don't need to be with me right now. And this, oh, it's a sweet. Awesome. Sweet little note showing a little bit of my history. But I know about when this happened, and this is not dated. And since it's a piece of history and I want to keep it, and I have a few things in here I'm going to keep with the history, I need to do something. Now, this is not in Dana's book. This is Amy, the historian, speaking. In pencil or acid-free ink, if you need to add what this was, and in this case I really don't. I can't even remember the month now, but I can remember this season, fall of 2024. When you have things like that, you really want to date them. And I have a lot of things in here. I need to go through it a little better. I think you've been able to tell I keep important things here. This is too big to go in here. And this, some of the things that are in here actually do not belong by my bedside. If I needed this item, where would I look for it first? I want this right by my bedside, and I use it right by my bedside, and there's a problem here. Like, my table there, it doesn't work for it. It's not clutter over there. Consolidate, make it fit. That's what she says. And so if I can't exactly find the perfect place, that drawer is too small for the book. And if I can't find the exact place, I'm going to just put it under the table. So this is the table that you saw me clean a couple months ago, and it's gotten dirty again. So I need to declutter it, and it happens very quickly, doesn't it? I was gonna read a book, and I didn't read it, and I'm not gonna have any more time to read it. Sorry, Patrick Stewart, but maybe while I'm on vacation. Choice things. Am I gonna go to these? Oh, this is, I like this. This goes in the donate box. Came home from church and plopped this on there before I was in my office until February 8th. Oh, this doesn't go here. And this, I don't always need my tissues. Let's just make it look better. Okay, I whipped that back up into shape. I put my bookmark there. I put my pens there. And I have this here, and I found a scrunchie. Sometimes I pull the scrunchies out of my hair at night. So, there we go. My next step, should I so need it, to make it fit. It fits. There's nothing on here. Ooh, that's yucky. Wow, dust bunny. Tissue. I cannot do this procrastinator without serious help. This belongs here. And I don't even know exactly what I want on my dresser. I just want it to look nice. I don't want to store anything on it. I just want it to look pretty. I'm going to declutter the other dresser on time lapse while I tell you a little bit about what I think about Dana K. White's book. Dana K. White's book, Decluttering at the Speed of Life, came out in 2018. A lot of what I read in Dana's book feels a little bit like it's responding to some of the Marie Kondo stuff. In the first part of her book, Dana tells her life story. That's about the whole first quarter of the book. And while she's telling her life story, she introduces lots of amazing vocabulary. I love the vocabulary. One of my favorites is procrastinator. Oh yeah. The laundry piles, the dishes in the sink, we have a recycle pile that needs to go out, and all of these little things that we are supposed to do that didn't get done that are sitting there. I have a procrastinator pile right here. It's not a procrastinator pile. I have just a misplaced bunch of stuff. My big plastic bags that I use to store things that I don't want to get dusty or anything. And her life story is important to this because this is where she gets her authority. She was someone who had a very messy home, just like I do right now. And she started a blog in 2009. I read the first post. I love it. My commitment to my non-existent readers is to be honest, completely honest. I will stop making excuses and do what needs to be done. My hope is that writing daily on this blog will make me keep my focus. Oh, That's me and this video blog. Man. Anyway, that's very, very, very cool. And she said non-existent readers. Well, her readers are not non-existent anymore. She is an expert in it. She didn't expect to be. But through her whole process of trying to clean up and declutter, she became an expert. Her experience of having been there, done that, gave her the expertise to work with other people who are there, who are just like, I don't know how I can take care of all of this mess. And that is a very different kind of authority than what comes from someone who was always organized, always looking how to be clean and organized. Both kinds of authority, people who are like experts from doing it from the very beginning and knowing how to do it all the time, and they're thoughtful and intentional about that. That describes to me Marie Kondo versus someone who was like, wow, and then they fix it. Two different perspectives, both have a lot of merit. I relate, obviously, more to Dana. And also, we're in the same culture. So that makes Dana's advice really, connect. Yes, this matches my experience. Also, Dana has great humor. I love the humor in her book. It lightens the tone. Oh, wow, that was a mess. Yep, just like throw it out, not worth it anymore. And now we're done with it. I really like that aspect of it. After Dana tells her life story, she outlines each one of her steps. Step 1, the trash, right on the surface. Step 2, do the easy stuff, put it where it belongs, and this is a key in her system. Do not put it in a pile to take away sometime later. You must take it where it belongs right now. I don't care if you feel it's not that efficient, just do it. The declutter. Yes, this is clutter. No, don't need that, don't need that. The declutter. And then ask the 2 decluttering questions. And I think, there's like a spectrum of declutter. Oh yeah, this is cluttering. Like, is it? So the 2 questions to help rat this out. If I needed this item, where would I look for it first? Take it there now. If I needed this item, would it ever occur to me that I already had one? If you have to ask question number 2 and the answer is no, stick the item in the donate box. So you ask the 2 donating questions, and then step 5, make it fit. Purge. Some decluttering projects may not include this step, but I purged from here. There was nothing else to go here. Most of the no mess method resonates with me. Some things I have a quibble with. If we're doing like a very quick 5-minute declutter, I think it works really well to do it just how she says. Because we only have 5 minutes and we're going to leave it, and we don't want to leave a mess, or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, those weird little bits of time. But if we're in here and we're like, I know I've got the time, I'm going to attack this, then I think maybe a little bit more of like, this pile goes to this room, this goes to this room, this goes to this room. The inefficiency drives me nuts, and that's me. It really is me. I get the no pile thing, but I'm really good at getting the piles taken care of, and I feel like if I didn't take care of it, then the next time I was doing my daily things, the next time I was going to declutter, I start with that, and then I go to the next step. Another principle she has is the visibility rule. And I think this has a lot of merit. But my room is a place that's very visible to me, and it has been a dumping ground, and I've hated it. And early on in this, someone commented that I should start with my bedroom because it would be a place of peace, and it is. I really liked the idea of having a clean room all the time, and I started with the space that I get up with first, and that was my bathroom. And that's the space that nobody outside of your family ever sees except all of you now, right? I started in my bathroom, didn't I? And one of the reasons I'm doing this blog is to make my whole house visible. That are the spaces that belong to me. So in a way, I've adopted Danny K. White's visibility rule and said, people are going to see this, I better clean it up. And I think she did it herself. She put pictures in her blog. And she started that in 2009. Wow, that was awesome. So in short, while I have some tiny little quibbles, I really think this is a matter of the way I think versus the way she thinks. And I think one of the points is that there is no one right way to declutter. Less is better. Like less clutter, less mess is better. You don't have to be perfect, and 100% on board with that. After she outlines all of her steps, Dana goes through all of these steps in all of the different areas of the house. And then she speaks about doing it with other people, helping others out. And she gives excellent advice about how to help others do this really hard thing of decluttering. Sometimes it can be hard to let things go. And she tells us how it can be supportive. And at the end, she tells us this, and I love it. It's not something you can ever stop. Now, once you get a thing out of your house, it's gone for good. But decluttering is a way of life now. Always consider what is in our containers. If the container is stuffed full to the brim, you haven't even seen inside my drawers. Then you've got too much, and you need to get rid of some of it. Don't be afraid of not having enough towels or cups or whatever it is that you feel like you don't have enough of, because once we come clean, we won't need extras because they'll just be there. Maybe we'll have to clean out the cup, but that will be way easier than going around looking for one. On the whole, I really connected with Dana's book, and I recommend you read this book. I think it's really good. I hope you have a wonderful day, and less is better. Go conquer your mess.